Hello everyone, welcome back once again. In this video we will look at how we can enable class diagrams inside of Visual Studio 2019. But before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So in Visual Studio 2019, the class designer allows you to design, visualize and refactor classes and other types. We use the class diagrams to create and edit classes in your C# projects, Visual Basic or C++ projects. You can also use class diagrams to understand your project structure better or reorganize your code. So, with the class diagrams, you'll be able to design. The design meaning you edit your project's code by editing the class diagram, add new elements and delete unwanted ones. Your changes are reflected in code. You can also visualize. Visualize in the sense that you understand your project structure by viewing the class in your project on a diagram. You can also customize your diagram so that you can focus on the project details that you care about the most. This saves your diagram to use later you can also save your diagram to use later for demonstration or documentation. Refactor. You can override methods, rename identifiers, refactor parameters and implement interfaces and abstract classes. So enough of all the talking. Let's get to it then. To be able to enable the class diagram, first of all, we need to download and install it. So we can do that by opening a Visual Studio installer. So I've got it here. So if you get this page, then you can click on the modify. So once you get to this page, you click on individual components. So you scroll down to code tools. So once you get to this code tools, you check the class designer box, right? Make sure you check on this box. So once you check on this box, you actually download and install it. I've already done it, so there's no need for that. So I'm just going to close this bit. But once you're done with that bit, then we can come inside a Visual Studio. So we're just going to create a very simple console application for this example. So I'm just going to click on the create a new project. So here we're just going to make a C# console application on a .NET Core. Click on the next. We're not going to configure anything here, so we're just going to click on the create. So while this is actually being created, so the class diagrams shows the details of types. For example, their constituent members and the relationships between them. The visualization of these entities is a dynamic view into the code. This means that you can edit types in the designer and then see your edited reflected in the source code, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So what we would do is we're just going to create a very simple class. So here we're just going to add a new class. So we're just going to call it products. So we're just going to make this class a public class, and we're just going to put very simple properties inside, two properties. So the int, and then we've got ID. So we've got the string, and the name. So we're just gonna leave this bit here. So now what we do next is we click on the project, right click on the project, and we come inside the add and then new item. So here we're just gonna leave it as Visual C# item. So here we're just gonna type in class diagram. So we're gonna type in class diagram. So as you can see here now, we've got the class diagram being shown here. We're not gonna change any name. So we're just gonna click on the add. So now, as you can see, we've got the diagram added. So we can add something by right clicking it here, and then we can add a class, enums, interface, abstract class, struct for structure, delegate, and we can even add comments. So in this case, we're just going to add a class first. So here we can configure the class details. So here, this class, we're just going to call it category. Then we're going to leave it as public. So we leave the file. The file will be created as category.cs. So once it's created, so as you can see here, for some reason, I'm not having the diagram being shown. So I'm just going to pause the video and create it again. So just bear with me for a sec. Okay, so I've had to reopen it. So we're just going to open the designer again. So here we're just going to add a new class. So we're going to call it category. So as you can see here now, we've got the category class here. Then we've got it created here as well. So if we look at it here, we've got this category here and the category here. So we can open this bit here and add some properties. So we can say as you can see, whatever we add in is being reflected straight on the left side. So as you can see here now, it's being reflected here straight away. So we've got the products here. So I'm just going to move it to this bit here. So here you can add the product by dragging and dropping it here. So as you can see, we've got the product here as well, and then we've got the category. So we can just going to create a very simple relationship between the category and the product so we can view it. So let's say the category has got collection of products. So we can just say products, and of course it's a get setter, so we can say get set. So as you can see here now, we've got the products here. So we can right click on the product and say show as association. So as you can see here now, we've got this bit here. We're going to remove it. And then here, show as a collection. So as you can see here, we've got the category pointing to multiple products. So we've got one category that is actually linked to multiple products. So we can also go inside a product and say public category, say product category. Product category, and it's of course it's a get setter. So if we look here, so we've got a product category. So here too we can show as association. So as you can see here now, we've got the product categories here. So you can go ahead and create multiple classes, and you can also edit the class details here from here. So as you can see, we've got the name, product category and whatnot. So you can also delete it straight from this window. So I will leave it here, and I hope you actually continue further and explore more. So once again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do, because I've got loads of videos coming up. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Peace.